Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review Julianne Moore starring in Gloria Bell. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. Okay, Gloria Bell. I was recently made aware of this movie, maybe in the last month or so, and I'm a big fan of Julianne Moore. I think she's awesome. She's a great actress. I've seen her in countless things over the years. And I like to support smaller movies as well. You know, just, you gotta grab me with something. You know, even if it's something like a cover art, or just a little bit of word of mouth, or a trailer, or something. So this one did that for me. It was just a small little snippet I saw somewhere, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check this thing out. It's a very limited theatrical run, but I did manage to watch it on Blu-ray. So, okay, so the premise is, Julianne Moore is like a 50-something. She's gotten to a point in her life, her kids are grown, she lives relatively close to her children, and this all takes place in Los Angeles. She's divorced for about 12 or so years, and she's kind of trying to find herself, her place in a world, like kind of looking for meaning, like for something to, you know, be a complete person again, as far as you know, being 50-something, kind of almost starting over. Her kids are kind of neglectful of her. They more or less ignore her, and you know, they're off doing their own thing in such a way. So the way she spends her time is she does her day job, and then likes to go out dancing at the local clubs, that kind of thing. So eventually she meets a guy played by John Turturro, and they hit it off and start a relationship. But John Turturro himself has several issues of his own. So that's pretty much all I'll say about the story. You know, I don't want to spoil the whole movie for anybody who hasn't checked it out, but I did enjoy it. It does move a little bit of a slow pace at some parts, but I like good slice of life tales, and I feel this one does it very, very well. You know, Julianne Moore is, the camera is purely focused on her and her life. It doesn't, I don't think, ever really leave her at any point. She's either in the room or proximity. But, you know, she's also supported by a great cast of characters. I mean, as I mentioned, John Turturro, Brad Garrett's in this, Rita Wilson, and I mean, there are several other somewhat bigger names. Even Sean Astin pops in for a second. His role is weird. It's quick and just kind of brief. Like this very, very, very odd role. Anyway, but I feel it is worth checking out. It's as I mentioned, if you like a good slice of life tale, there's no, like, you know, Hollywood endings, that kind of thing. It's just, you know, you go from one point in your life to the other point. I was satisfied with how it turned out. I thought Julianne Moore did a very, very good job in the role. You know, it's an interesting movie. So how does it look? Getting specs on this was a little bit difficult, but from what I was able to piece together from various websites, that it used a 2K DI for, you know, filming purposes. As far as quality goes, the movie, even though it takes place primarily in Los Angeles, and there are scenes that take place in Vegas, the film always has like a murky look to it, kind of like almost a haze or a foggy, you know, air about it. It's not as vibrant as like it could be. I think it's definitely an artistic choice, considering where we see, you know, where we would see, you know, flashes of light and color. It's a very muted palette overall. I get it. I think I understood after the movie why they went with that. But it's a shame, because in this day and age, you kind of like things to look nice and, you know, colorful at all possible. But I do understand that they're the reason for their choice. Just be aware of that. You're not going to see like the bright, you know, sunniness of California, or the glamoring lights. Some of it shows through here and there, but for the most part, it is kind of a hazy, murky color. Audio-wise, you're given a nice DTS 5.1. There is some good surround sound effect, mostly having to do with music, a little bit on things like the club and stuff. One thing I didn't like, and I guess this was an artistic choice, whenever Gloria would talk to somebody on her cell phone. Also, that is a weird plot point. Without spoiling anything, Gloria, learn how to use the block function. Anyway, whenever she would talk to somebody on the phone, it had this weird, like, Charlie Brown, like, you're not really supposed to understand what they're saying, or, I don't know, it was very weird choice to me. I think there could have been a better way to do it. And it comes off, as I said, very Charlie Brown teacher-esque, like, when you hear those scenes. But overall, like I said, music, club scenes are fine, but it is a very, for the most part, dialogue-heavy soundtrack. So, overall, I really did enjoy Gloria Bell. It moves slower than your normal film, and it's not a typical Hollywood. It's definitely one of those passion projects. But there's a good, decent cast attached, and I think they all bring something to the table. So let me know in the comments below if you had a chance to check out Gloria Bell. And in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.